The nozzle on this toilet automatically moves up and down so you get full coverage. It's adjustable as well. The seat is heated, super nice, also adjustable. And there is a dryer as well, heated air, so nice, also adjustable. I guess I've got to come clean to my wife. I am in love with our toilet. There's no real way around it. This is a really cool toilet. Before I show you all the features and what I fell in love with, I do kind of want to walk you through the installation process, what you get, because for me, this was quite a project to install, and there's some important things that you need to know before you go ahead and get this toilet or get a toilet like this. This toilet was sent to me so I could make this video. Let's kind of have a closer look at the toilet. It is obviously very different from your toilets with tanks. There's a couple different areas where you will hook it up to water. Because it is a bidet toilet, it does require power as well. The base of this toilet is larger than your toilet with a tank, which I find is kind of nice because the bulk of the weight is at the bottom rather than the top, so you don't have to worry about it being overbalanced. Another unique thing about this style of toilet is the toilet does not connect to the flange. Instead, it has some mounting brackets that you will install just to the side of the flange. Then when you put the toilet on, you'll put screws through the toilet and connect it to the mounting brackets. Not only will you need power with this toilet for the bidet functions, but you also actually need it to flush. So if there is a power outage, you can't flush, but it does come with a 9-volt battery just for that reason, so you can still flush, but it always does need power either plugged into the wall or the 9-volt battery. Obviously, just with the 9-volt battery, you're not going to get the bidet functions, but you'll still be able to flush. And probably the most important thing you need to know about this toilet is it does require a certain amount of water pressure. It needs to be at least 35 psi of pressure. They include a little bag that you can use to test that out. You'll probably want to test that out before you buy the toilet. Using the same math that they put on the bag, you can probably just get a 1-gallon milk jug, put the pipe going to the toilet into the milk jug, fill it up. If it fills up in about 11 seconds, you're good to go. But the most important thing is just about 35 psi or more. And a question I had about the flange is if it matters if you use the one that comes with the toilet or if you can keep the one you have with your existing toilet. And it doesn't matter. The hole is the same size. So if you already have a flange in there, great, just leave it if it's in good condition. If you took out a toilet, it's probably waxy and gross, but any flange will work. Again, it's the mounting brackets that are actually holding the toilet in place, so you don't have to replace the flange if you already have one there. As far as the installation process goes, you need to double and triple check before you even buy the toilet to make sure you can install it. Here are the dimensions that you want to look for to make sure that it is going to work for your bathroom. The most important thing is that you have a totally flat floor and that the flange is installed on the floor and not the subfloor. As far as the flange goes, I think most flange sizes are either 3 inches or 4 inches. The one that comes with this toilet is 3.5 inches. I ended up not using it. I used my own flange and again, worked just fine. Just be aware that the flange size is 3.5 inches. And to install the brackets, it didn't really say this on the instructions, but if you need the concrete anchors, you use a 3/8 inch drill bit to make the holes for the concrete anchors that come with the package. Once you've made sure it will fit for your bathroom and you have everything prepped and you have the flange installed, it has a template that you can use to drill the holes for the mounting brackets. So the next thing you'll do is install the mounting brackets. Then you'll get the toilet, you'll put the wax ring on so the wax is facing down and the cut part of the wax ring is in the toilet. You'll put the toilet on top of the flange. Then you can secure the toilet by screwing in the sides, put the caps on, connect the adapter to the water, then connect both hoses to that adapter, plug it into power, and that's basically it. It has great instructions that walk you through everything. And if your bathroom's already prepped and ready to go, it doesn't take very long. If on the other hand, you need to renovate your entire bathroom to prepare for the toilet, that might take a while. I have a great love for bidets. I probably used my first bidet about 13 or 14 years ago, and ever since then, I can't go back. And then a few years back, I used a bidet with heated water and a heated seat, and especially in the winter, I can't use anything else. It is so nice. So let's talk about things I love about this toilet. What's really cool about it is when you sit down, it kind of does a pre-flush. So it flushes the water just a little bit to get everything wet so that nothing sticks to the toilet bowl. You press a single button to turn on the bidet. It's heated water that comes out. Once you're all clean, you press another button to have the dryer go off. Once you're all dry, you stand up, the toilet flushes itself. It works like a toilet with a tank in that it does siphon the water through, so it has that suction action, but it also has a spray of water after that to kind of push things through as well. I didn't really know this about tankless toilets, but it works really well. It comes with a remote control, or it has a button and knob on the side. On the side, if you just press the button, that flushes the toilet. If you turn the knob, that does some of the bidet functions. You get more functionality with the remote, and with the remote you can adjust the temperature for the seat, adjust the temperature for the water, and adjust the temperature for the dryer. It also has a nozzle cleaning mode and a hot-cold mode that alternates between hot and cold. Aside from all of the bidet functions, I think my favorite thing about it is that it pre-flushes. Kind of weird for me to get used to. When you sit down on the toilet, it does a little flush. Kind of scared me the first time, but it makes things so much cleaner. I almost never have to clean the toilet bowl now. It is so nice. Overall, I have loved this toilet. Fortunately, I think my wife does as well. If you're building a house or planning on replacing any toilets, you definitely have to look into this. Easily the nicest and best toilet I've ever used.